Folks, excuse me. Let's get some mic positioning going here. Folks. Thank y'all for coming on, clicking on, staying on. The big clickers, you gonna see them. They got stars beside their names. Them blue stars starting to turn into teal. Them teal gonna turn into a color as we continue to progress with the memberships. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for your contributions to the page. It's much appreciated. I need y'all to go back and look at the live. You know what? I'm going to just talk, okay? So if you don't like it when I just ramble, this will be your time to click off. But go back to the live when I said we was having a little bit of a struggle getting over the 4,000 subscriber mark. We were kind of like hovering around 3,700, 3,800, but the very next video we put up ended up getting 10,000 views and boosted us well over 4,000. So salute to all my big clickers, all my subscribers, all my memberships, all of our. Let me make sure I make that distinction. This stuff ain't mine. It belongs to all of us as a collective. I'm just the conduit. I'm just the engineer, trained conductor. You heard? I was getting ready. I mean, I've been doing so good here lately with making notes because I get stuff in my head all day and all night, and I just gotta start. And I just had to start using my notes on the phone to write these little sentences down. So I had a bunch of stuff that I could cover, a bunch of different directions I want to go. But I'm just going to walk down the thoughts that I got in my head. Also, huge shout out to people who responded to my last video when I was kind of asking or kind of just throwing out there, should I focus on editing more or keep it more organic and just make sure that I'm providing content on a regular basis. It's pretty tough to drop every day, but I can get pretty close. Without changing my life that much. So I try to drop all the time. But anyway, the consensus was don't worry about the editing. Just keep dropping videos. So as for right now, that's what we're going to do. But anyway, this might be a message for somebody. But as I was just setting my camera up here and I heard this old song that the old folks used to sing, and it says, don't wait for the battle. Don't wait till the battle is over. Shout now. Because in the end, you're going to win. And some of my old school people, old church folks might know that song, but it says, don't wait till the battle is over. Shout right now. Because you already know in the end, you win. And as the energy is starting to move and shift around and all of that good jazz and hokey pokey karaoke type stuff, I need us to go ahead and start to celebrate. I need us to go ahead, and I've said this a while back, and I mean it. I need us to go ahead and put our clothes on, get the haircut, get your hair done, get your fingernails done, whatever you're going to do, and go ahead and begin to circulating your energy around and shout now for the victory. Because if you're looking for something that says, dun, 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 today is the day that the battle is over, you're not going to get that. Unfortunately, you're not going to get somebody waving a white flag and saying, I give up. And for a lot of you, even if you get some type of message as if somebody says they're waving the white flag, I give up, I'm sorry, use your discernment and intuition to try to sort that out. because there's a very good possibility that that's a lie. If you know somebody to be 95% a liar, then why would you ever believe anything they say? 95% of the time, you be lying. Okay? So even if you try to strut back in here and say, my bad, I'm sorry, or I love you, I can't take that because of all the other lies. This is a resume game and it's a report card game that we play. Meaning, I gotta look at the report card of what your actions and activities have always been to make the assessment. I can't just go off of this one piece of work. And for a lot of you guys, I'm jumping around, but let me also say this. People went and tried to tear you up to some people that you know maybe, man. And couldn't nobody check off on that. Like, I'll tell a story. I went to visit somebody. And as we sitting there, we having coffee, he started running down all these mutual friends of ours and the natures of each relationship. Just name dropping. Yeah, so and so and so and so. Oh man, that's my dude, man. We did do. We did woo. So and so and so. Yeah, that's my homegirl. She looked at me for this, that, and the third. We do this, and this. Drop another name. I mean, he was just name dropping. Just dropping names. But it just so happened that one of the names he dropped, I was finna go see in a separate meeting. But see, I'm one of them ones for real. My wife get on me all the time. If somebody telling me something, especially I know it's food, I might just be listening like, word, that's crazy. And I'm just, this brain of mine is a file cabinet. You heard, I just filed that all up. But lo and behold, I go meet one of the dudes. He had said that they was kicking it and boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, man, you'll never believe I just seen so-and-so and so-and-so. And he act like y'all be kicking it hard. Because in my head, I had to ask because I know both these guys. They don't got no reason to kick it. They're not the same type of guys. And the dude said, man, that's funny. Because he said the same thing about you. And we just crack up. Ooh. He telling him he my homie, and then he telling me he his homie, and the whole time neither one of us is his homie. And I don't know, but the funny thing, that story made me laugh because people went kind of like that with you, and they try to say, oh yeah, the Big Boss Man Collective, yeah, he trash, man. He did this, that, and the third. And then they went to somebody else, yeah, man, the Big Boss Man, he ain't worth for 2 cents, man. He did that and the third. He a scammer, and he this, and he lie, he cheat. You know what I'm saying? He do this, he a bottom feeder. I mean, just tow your name up. And the person they told, or the people they went and told who actually know you, was just like, nah. See, it's some people that don't really know you, you know. And so when somebody throws something out there, they can say, they could have went either way. I don't know. I don't personally know them to be that way, but whatever. But then there's other people that you gonna go to, and when your name be brought up, they're like, nah. That's my dude for real. He's a stand-up gentleman. He's a real lieutenant. He's a real soldier. And that messes people up because they went and they tried to spread some things about you, and now they don't got nobody to tell it to. Because all the people that they told that was supposed to have some impact and come back and try to ruin you and snuff you out, and it never made it back to you. Because they invalid. See, and it's not for everybody. Soon as you feel like it's not for you, this your time to click. But for a select few of y'all, you gave these people entree into a world that they didn't really know about. You was like, well, look at this world. Look at these things that are happening. Look at these connections that I have. And instead of doing that, they try to pull you into they trash world. And that's why it's like, you can't slander me in that world, because I don't live in that world. The world and the people that you trying to slander me to don't got no bearings on the world that I actually live in. And if by chance you bump into somebody that I actually rock with like that, they gonna tell you what's real. I never had a problem with him. In fact, he did this, that, and the third for me. Now, when I was, and he did, like, they trying to tear you up to people that you done did a favor to. They trying to tear you up to real references. It's not like when you try to get a car and you putting down some fake references and fake phone numbers. When they went to your real references, your folks said, nah, man, it's a stand-up individual. I don't know nothing about what you're talking about. See, the need, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to go. The need to see you broke, busted, and disgusted, like, it's like, I just saw this, it was like fuel. It's like gasoline to some people. They'd rather see you broke, busted, and disgusted than to actually get a check. And that is wild to me. They will spend money to see you be broke, busted, and disgusted. But the problem is, and the crazy, wild thing is, for a lot of you, you didn't give them a chance to see that. So they never got their big, excuse me, plug your ears, and I don't mean to be explicit, but they never got their big climax. The apex of destruction is to see somebody destroyed. And they never really quite got, just checking my time, they never quite got the payoff. It's like a resolution of a chord. If you're playing music, I need this last note to do it, or else we just kind of left in suspense. And they never really got to see you hurting like they thought they should. Woo. The spirit of laughter just hit me so hard. Oh my God. I'm so sorry, y'all. Thank you, Lord. They never got to see it because you ain't never showed that. See, I was brought up, I'm from the hood, baby. If you got $2.50, you leave the house like you got $25,000. If you got $5,000, when you leave, You move around the city like you got 50 bands. Ain't nobody ever going to see me broke, busted, and disgusted because I just wasn't raised like that to present that way. I was raised, if you looking bad on the streets, that you was making your family look bad. So if you're going to look bad in the street, stay home. You hear me? I never seen my mama wear no bonnet outside and no house robe outside. I never seen that in my life. I'm 40 freaking years old. If you're going to look bad, stay home. And that's the difference between you and these people is they need validation from external sources so bad that it'll find them outside even when they not physically good, mentally well. And you outside moving around being amongst people and you looking crazy. We don't do that over here. And that messed people up. Like they never got their big payoff, the big payback. They were looking for something to hit and say, boom. And they never got to see that. And the big difference is they don't got to see where people start making mistakes and where people start getting hasty is when you don't got patience. And they patience to see you up out of here is past war thin. And so when somebody stop having patience in their process, then what they try to do is interject. See, if we didn't have patience, enough, divine patience, it's not human patience. You gotta tap into a patience that go beyond human understanding. Because see, if you did not have that, then when you knew somebody wronged you, you would go directly over there and do that. But the patience that comes from above say, hold, I know. Yup, I know. That hurts. Yes. Very, very painful. That was involved too. I know. Every time you get something revealed to you that these people do, you want to crank up the damn truck. Excuse my language. God saying no. Well, hold on, man. Hold on. And see, they don't got that. Soon as they heard the first hold on, they're like, nah, let me try this. Boom. And so, nah, let me try that. Boom. And every time they just keep it on trying. And in that haste, they're going to make an error. I can assure you. In the haste of trying to be the champion over you, and ruin you like they want to, in that haste, they're gonna make an error. And so in this season, in this little bit of time before we transition to really, really being in our victory stage, we getting there. I know the dots is starting to come together. But in this time, before we get there, you gotta be a spiritual forensic and physical forensic, saying, no, I ain't gonna say nothing about that, but I collected that data. Nah, I don't know about that, but let me take a picture of that. Nah, and you just in data collection mode, because the errors gonna turn into it's gonna come to an end. And when the errors come to an end, you need I saw that. I did see that. And then that's a weird kind of number. Let me keep up with that. These are your collection points. Because if not, if you just going around, the devil busy, y'all. And he a slimy snake. You got to be sober and vigilant.